After about 90 minutes, we that might be just enough of Gary's arrogant fucking ass always telling you this and this. I get it. So we back. I need you guys to get those likes up because we need this to go viral because Gary needs some motivation. Muddy doesn't quite do it the way it used to. Why? Because I got a lot of it. That's why. You know what I'm saying? When you have a lot of something, it doesn't really motivate you. But if I start going viral with these clips again based off sports, maybe you guys are going to get more sports content. Maybe you guys are going to fucking start understanding because I'll break it down more. Maybe, well, that's a lot of maybes. Anyways, yeah, Gary hit that Zcash pot, didn't he? I'll be telling you about that for fucking decades to come. Decades to come because that's what Zcash is. Zcash is the privacy Bitcoin. I kept telling you guys year after year. Bills, before Zcash broke out, how many times did I talk about Zcash? I talked about Zcash all the time before it had its breakout.
So stupid. There's a lot of things I have to know about that one.
All right.
He was preaching that shit, bro.
Let's start. Yo, Gary, March 5th, 1999. If you guys want a reading, it is $98 or above. And if you can get them in with the next 15 minutes, you can chalk them for a night because Gary ain't going to be slaving away forever. Anyways, 3/5/1999. This year is looking like, for me, all right, you're in the 9 universal year. You're in a year like me. So I'm in the 9 universal year right now. And the key to the 9 universal year is what your 8 universal year was. In the 9 year, you have to learn to let go of something, 100%. But if you usually had a good 8 year, most likely under most circumstances, you'll have a good 9 year, unless you're like a one life path. That, the ones and nines have issues and shit like that. It is what it is. Not much I can do about it. But when it comes down to it, most people should have decent energy when it comes to that aspect of combining the numerology and astrology. Now, let's be real. You're a 9 life path in a 9 universal year. If we're going to break this down, yes, what you did in your 8-year cycle matters. If you had a good 8 year, it's probably going to translate into a good 9 year, but you have to let go of something. And in 9 years, people tend to focus on the wrong things because they tend to be a little bit more timid. They tend to go with the flow. And in a 9 year, you don't want to pick up any bad habits. That's a main aspect of the 9. 9 is about ending, not beginning. So to use the ending energy to its maximum, whatever doesn't serve you you have to let it go. Obviously, I'm not talking about your fam. Can't let go of your fam unless you got those baby mamas. That ain't my problem. That ain't my problem. That's some of your people's problems out there. You're a cat. Pisces. So my best advice to you would be this. Live by the ocean, live by a large body of water, and then your intuition will get that much better. Because when I look at your birthday, I'm trying to give you the best advice in a short amount of time. And I don't even do readings for $1,000 anymore, guys. I used to do it for 30 minutes for $1,000. Now the only way I do readings is like 5K, and you gotta be like a celebrity or a politician or something like that. So it is what it is. Go to my readers, gg33readings.com, and they will give you an in-depth reading for about 45 minutes. All been trained by me, all the best of the best. When I look at someone's birthday, I got to give them the best aspect of and best answer in a short amount of time. And for you, intuition is a big part of your life. And your intuition is going to be best by water. I encourage you to be by water and listen to your gut more than most people. Obviously, as a cat, you're going to be very strategic, but you're going to have to find that right balance that works for you. Lastly, born on the 5th. You know what that means. You know what that means. So if you're born on the 5th, make sure you don't have that baby mama issue. That goes for anyone born on the 14th. Anyone born on the 23rd. It is what it is. I just keep it real. Don't get mad at me. All right. Yo, brother. Love your work. Found you in my 7 personal year. That makes sense. A lot of people find me in their 7 personal years or their 11 personal years. You're born 3/22/1996. Are you that guy on TikTok? That famous hungry guy on TikTok? Yeah, I think this is one of those famous guys on TikTok. Look him up. Yeah, official Mr. Hungry. What's up, brother? I'm gonna do a TikTok with you. I promise you. I'm gonna do that stuff. He is, right? Yeah, this is a very. So here's the point. You have a guy who found me in his 7th personal year. You have an ox who is learning from a snake, same way Rob, born in an ox year, learned from the snake, is now a multi-millionaire many times over. But here's the thing. You're not coming to me as someone who doesn't have your own clout. In some ways, on TikTok, you got more clout than me. And it makes sense, even though you're a lot younger than me, it makes sense you're born on the 22nd. People who are born on the 22nd just know how to build, bro. From Vladimir Lenin, who built the Soviet Union, born on the 22nd, to our greatest founding father, George Washington, born on the 22nd, who built America. Listen, when it comes down to people born on the 22nd, I never doubt them, especially in the physical form. 11, 22, 33 are master numbers, but the 22s are the kings of this physical manifestation or this matrix we're in. They are the kings of it. I might be able to influence the world, but they will be able to build it. 22s build. That's what they do. And the 22s known as the master builder and the master destroyer for a reason. Because they can build something and then they can fucking destroy it. That's what they can do. It always has to be a yin-yang balance. For you, my man, your enemy year is coming. Me and you are going to have a talk, and I'll give you the best advice. But right now, you're in your 8-year cycle. Make that money. Use that knowledge you gained from GG33 in your 7 universal year and make that fucking bag off it in the 8. Just like Gary in 2024 was injured in his 7th personal year. What happened? I decided to become a manager. And I started learning how to make money on that end of the business, not just this end of the business. I know how to make it from both sides. If you want to be a someone in Miami, I can make that happen. I am one of the few people in the city who can make people influencers. Not many people in the city can say that. It is what it is. Anyways, yeah, we'll talk, brother. All right, we got a lot of readings. I hope. Let's see, 11/10/1985. Okay, I'll make an LLC before things get crazy. Yeah, I'd definitely make an LLC before things get crazy. You're in your enemy year. If you have partners you trust, you should fucking put some trust in them too. I know that's difficult for Ox, but yeah, you're an 8 life path, brother, and you're in your enemy year. I can assume how you're gonna get hit, and the way to minimize you getting hit that way is to prepare, put up contingency plans, understand that you're gonna lose some ground, but if you only take a minus 10% next year, consider that a win. A lot of people in their enemy years fucking take 50, 60% L's. If you only take small L's, consider that a big win in your enemy year. So it is what it is. Let's see here. My name is Jesse Garcia, born 5/16/1995, wife 4/24/76, son 6/9/2001. You got it all in there, didn't you? I have a trucking company named Blue Horse. I like that. Blue Horse. Trucking company. All right, let's go to you first. You are a double 7 life path. Bills, how many times have I said on this show that 7s like working on their own time? They don't like having a boss. And they always have a trucking type of job. So the 7s and 5s are usually the truckers. 5s because they like to travel, and 7s because they like to be alone. So it makes sense why someone with your birthday would have a trucking company and work as a trucker. Now, you're born in the year of the cat. Now, your wife is a 6 life path. See, this is good. Now, I'm not saying 6 and 7 are the most compatible, but they're not enemies. And if you're going to be away on a job that takes you away from the family, you're going to want a stay-at-home mother. And you have a 6th life path. So whether she's stay-at-home or not, I know she's hands-on. So beautiful fucking thing. Your son is an ox, and he's also an 11th life path. Well, I mean, I got a son who's 11. You're going to have to deal with that emotion. 11s just cry sometimes. They don't get their way. Wow. It is what it is. I don't accept that shit, and neither should you. It is what. And by the way, with the goat, if you have a goat child, you have to show them a soft hand. They don't respond well to physical violence. You have to explain to them and put them in timeout type of punishments and things of that. With an ox, complete opposite. You gotta take that fucking belt off and fucking let the ox know this is how it works. Because oxes have to be broken that way. A goat, soft hand. Goat, velvet glove. An ox, closed fucking fist. Very, very different. Let's go through the list since we're talking about kids. Because this is something people always want to do. If you have a rat child, you understand a few things about them. A rat is always, in a way, going to be the black sheep of the family. Unless they have, trines compatible with their, brothers, sisters, with their mom and dad, grandpa. They're usually the black sheep of the family. They usually leave the nest very early. They're kind of detached. They like to do their own thing. That's how rats operate. So if you have a rat child, unless they have strong 6 energy, they're kind of going to do their own thing. Ox. Oxes are strong family people. But they will test you. They will test you. If you show an ox weakness, it's going to take advantage of you. So if you have an ox child, you're going to have to take that belt to them. Unless they're born on the 2nd or something like that. You're going to have to take that belt to them. With a rat, very, very different. You're going to have to play the mind games a rat plays. And you're going to have to outwit it because that's the way it's going to respect you. It's not going to do things by force. If you tell it time out, that might be enough. If you actually show it, the rat, that you can't manipulate everyone and you're actually smarter than them, they will respect you. With the ox, it's got to be force. Same thing with a tiger child. A tiger is definitely going to test you. The ox will build up some courage. It's going to take the ox a little bit to build up some courage because they hold their temper, but once they're gone, they're gone. A tiger, it's ready to put in work right away. It wants to test the old man at fucking 10 years old. That's how tigers are. That's how you can't even spell the word fighter without the word tiger. So with the tiger kid, you're gonna have a tiger. And by the way, you have a daughter. You think it's any different? No. You might have to go put some gloves on the daughter too. Amber Heard was whipping up Johnny Depp. That's how tigers are. Dragon women. They're pretty masculine. And if you have a dragon child, you're going to have to teach it to control its temper because usually dragons get it. Dragons don't even want to be in the spotlight. They want to be behind the scenes. That's how dragons operate. The dog is the one who wants to fucking be singing all over the place like Justin Bieber. They want to talk like Donald Trump, who loves the sound of his own voice. Dogs are whoa, 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 whoa. Dogs love to be heard. John Zerka, whoa, 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 whoa. Heel Mike, whoa, 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 whoa. That's all these dogs do. They want to be heard all the time. Dragon, complete opposite. They want to be behind the scenes, and they don't want people to talk about them. Complete yin yang. That's how it fucking works with those two. With the dragon child, you have to give it some freedom. You can't be controlling to a dragon child. You got to show them the right way to live. And they tend to be very honorable. They tend to have morals. Obviously, environment matters. But dragons, you kind of let them make their own mistakes. Show them how everything works and let them make their own mistakes. Let's go back to the kitty cat. Kitty cat's a lot like a rat. They do their own thing, man. Like, if you're going to have a child who's a cat or a rat, and you want to be like one of those childs, nah, they ain't working with them. You want them to, fall asleep with you as babies? Nah, they want their own space. Cats are the most selfish, people in the world. They only think of everything as first person. Like, cats are the most selfish lovers in the planet, too. You think they're trying to get you to get an orgasm? You think they're trying to get you? No, it's all about them. That's how a cat does every fucking day life. It's about what they can get out of you. Now, obviously, if a cat's a 6 or has some other tendencies that can be loyal, but cats, they like to do their own thing. I remember Tex Winters, he was a coach for the Chicago Bulls. He told Michael Jordan, a cat, Michael, there's no I in team. And then Michael said, there sure is an I in win, though. That's how they are. They're always first person. And if you're going to have a cat child, then you're basically telling yourself that you want your son or daughter to be somewhat independent. If you're going to have a rat child, then you probably want someone who's independent. Obviously, the numerology and astrology is supreme. But if you're just basing it off that energy alone, cats kind of raise themselves. Same with rats. Next, snake child. Snakes have issues with jealousy. Snakes have issues with being vengeful. Who would have thought? Snakes have issues when it comes to snakes have a lot of issues. They're a pretty fucked up sign. They're a pretty fucked up sign. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Snakes have a lot of fucking issues, but if they have their shit together, they can be among the best of the best. See, that's the thing about tigers. There's only so many different breeds of tigers. A Siberian tiger, some other Bengal tiger or some shit like that. There's only so many different type of oxes, so many different type of rats. But snakes, there's so many different fucking varieties. From an anaconda to a rattlesnake to a fucking king cobra to a fucking earth snake. And most of you snakes out there are fucking earth snakes. You're harmless, you're lazy, and you got absolutely nothing going for you. See, here's the thing about snakes. They're either here or here, not so much in the middle. They're kind of like that fucking number 8. They either have it or they don't. And most snakes are poor and lazy and will amount to nothing. Luckily, I'm a master number, so that helped, put that snake. The snake is the best of the occult. And the 33 just magnified that. Not to mention I'm a Capricorn too, which is extremely good when it comes to numerology and astrology and things of that nature. So there's so many different varieties of snake. It's very tough to point down if a snake's going to be successful just off that. And yes, a lot of snakes do very well in snake years. I had a great year in 2025. My brother had a great year, and he's a snake. Cade Cunningham was dominating the NBA in 2025. Then he got injured as soon as the snake year ended. So snakes do very well in snake years. And with the snake child, you have to make sure they control their temper, and you have to make sure they understand morals. You do that, you'll be fine. But yeah, too many garden snakes, not enough fucking anacondas. I'm a fucking anaconda. I enforce my will on other people because I have a superior system of how to live, how to think. And I'm spreading it like I should. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, keep giving me the likes. Next one, horse. You have a horse child, you better practice having a horse child by talking to a wall. Because that's how it is with a horse sometimes. They are stubborn as hell. And one of the reasons the horse is so stubborn, it's a defense mechanism. Horses are loyal people. So they need something in there to stop people from taking advantage of them. And one of the things they could fucking be, the way they can be taken advantage of is through manipulation. That's why they're so stubborn. And by the way, who's the most manipulative sign? The rat, which happens to be the horse's enemy sign. So the horse's stubbornness is an actual self-defense mechanism, so the manipulative rat can't get in there. See how the game works? See how the game works? We already talked about rats and horses. If you just go to NBA, because that's what we've been talking about today. LeBron born in the year of the rat. Brunson born in the year of the rat. What did rats do? Shaq born in the year